to cast out our 1, cast out our 2, get some good damage. We're going to dash in aggressively onto the Danzabora. We're able to clean him up with a basic attack. Ulur's pressuring the Xbalanque. We're able to clean up the Xbalanque. We're going to go ahead, dash away, fall back. We do have our ultimate. We're going to clear the minion wave and then fall back. And Sun Wukong uses ultimate. Raiju is just a little short. We're going to dash in, get the Mez. We do have our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and cast it. Get some damage onto the Sun Wukong. And we're able to clean him up. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy SeanyB Gaming, and today we're going to be playing the base Demon Raijin skin on the PTS. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, I am still testing out a lot of different starts for mid lane, basically for every role, but I think this start is pretty good with Raijin. Raijin just received some buffs, so let's go ahead and jump into his kit. Raijin's 1, Percussive Storm, received the buff that they decrease the cooldown from 10 seconds to 9 seconds. Raijin pounds his drum, sending forth a peal of thunder in a line, then another, then 2 at once, each growing wider as it travels. The thunder deals magical damage to enemies hit. Raijin's 2, Raiju, also received a cooldown buff. It originally was on a scale of 16 seconds to 12 seconds from level 1 to level 5. Now it's going to be on a scale of 14 seconds to 10 seconds. Raijin marks a target enemy by dismissing his ally Raiju, who hides in the enemy's navel. While asleep, Raiju slows and reveals the target to Raijin's team on the minimap. The next time Raijin hits an ability, Raiju awakens and claws his way out, doubling the slow and damaging the target and 5 nearby enemies for 0.5 seconds for 2.5 seconds in his attempt to flee. Subsequent enemies hit take decreased damage. The slow is going to be 15%. The mark duration is going to be 4 seconds at level 1 and 6 seconds at level 5. Raijin's 3, Thunder Crash, also received a buff. They increased the scaling on lightning and thunder damage from 20% to 30%. This ability strikes twice, so it's really from 40% to 60%. Raijin sends a bolt of lightning crashing down at a ground target location, damaging and mesmerizing enemies, while Raijin himself ascends to the sky. Shortly thereafter, he crashes down at that location, doing a second burst of damage to all enemies in the area. The mesmerized duration is 0.3 seconds. Raijin's ultimate, Taco Drums. Raijin flies above the battlefield, beating his drums 4 times to summon peals of thunder. With each hit, he has a choice of 3 beats. Beat 1 is 100% damage. Beat 2 is a taunt and 30% damage. Beat 3 is fear and 30% damage while in the air. Raijin suffers a 20% speed slow while in his ultimate. And finally, Raijin's passive, Charge Tempo. For every 5 abilities cast, Raijin reduces the cooldown of all of his abilities currently on cooldown, including the one just casted, by 2 seconds. Additionally, Raijin's basic attack has a wider radius of +2. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into our 1, level 2, put a point into our 3, level 3, put a point into our 2, then we want to put another point into our 1 at level 4. Then we want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 1, max out our 2, max out our 3. We were able to invade the enemy red buff, but boy did we take some damage for it. We're hanging out with this Ulur still, we might be able to get a pick right here. We're going to go ahead and use our jump to get out safely. This Janus is still hanging around, we might be able to get a pick on him, but we're just going to clear the wave. I think Raijin is a pretty safe character. His dash allows him to jump over walls. We're going to go ahead, leap back to tower.
Looks like you gotta step it up.
We miss our 2.
Oh, here we go.
We're going to get some of our 1 onto the Danzabora.
Your right tower is under attack.
Beautiful blink by the Janus. We would have stunned him if we landed on him. And then Uller probably would have gotten some damage off. We're going to go ahead and make a play for our red buff. We left Fountain with the Conduit gem, which is a new starter item in Season 8. It's going to provide 30 magical power, 15 MP5. It has a passive that every second you gain a stack of arcane energy, causing your next damaging ability to deal an additional 2 true damage and remove all stacks. This effect can stack up to 20 times. True damage means you're going to deal 2 damage, or true damage. So it doesn't matter how many protections that they have, this is true damage. We're going to go ahead and pick up the tier 2 boots because we are out of potions. With these buffs to Raijin, I really think he's going to be picked up a lot more often. He was a pretty strong character at the beginning of the season, and then he kind of just fell out of the meta. I don't think they made any changes to him, but they might have. They reduced his cooldowns, his passive reduces his cooldowns. Spear of Desolation received a buff. I think he's going to be picked up a little bit more often. I think he's always been a strong character, but with these changes, I think he's going to be even stronger. Nice little wiggle by the Danzaboro. We're going to throw our 2 out, hit with the basic attack, and that's going to activate it. We just hit level 5, so now we have our ultimate. We're going to dash in, get the little mesmerize. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate, cast our 100% damage all 4 times, and we're able to get the pick onto the Danzaboro. With Raijin, we want to be super aggressive. I think that's the best way to play him. Is 1 for clearing, is 3 for disrupting the enemy if they have a charging ability. So I think a perfect example of that is Bologna. If Bologna is charging up her 2, we want to use our 3 to cancel her out of her 2. We're going to go ahead and because we have enough money for the tier 3 boots, and we're going to be going into the lifesteal boots. We're going to pick up 2 mana potions because we don't have a lot of MP5. We just have the 15 from the starter item. So right now we have 20 stacks on our starter item, meaning that the next time we cast an ability and it hits an enemy god, it's going to deal 40 real damage or true damage to the enemy.
I'm on it.
Not to worry.
We're going to go ahead and use our 3 to get back to tower safely. In the early game, we want to use our 2-1 combo to clear wave. It's going to help us clear, but at a point, we're going to be able to clear wave with just our 1. So if we look at our passive, we have 4 circles that are highlighted blue. That means that our next ability, we're going to dash, avoid the Danzaboro ultimate. Beautiful little dash. We're going to go ahead and rotate to the team fight. Then rotate back mid. We were a little indecisive right there. We're going to cast our 2. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. We get some good damage, and we're able to clean up the Danzaboro. We're going to go ahead and clear the harpies to the left of us. We are off to an excellent start this game. We have 3 levels on the enemy mid laner. We were able to steal farm. We've been able to get farm in between waves. This skin is a viewer store reward skin, so if you have enough viewer points, you can purchase it there. On PTS, they give you 100,000 gems, so we got plenty of money to spend on the PTS. We went with beads because we honestly thought we were going against Janus in mid lane. Works against Danzaboro as well. If we get caught in his taunt, we can just beads it. Right there, we were able to clear wave, and Raiju, the 2, was able to get some damage onto the Danzaboro.
They reckon the vibe, you hear? Here's those dance moves.
We're gonna go ahead and start working on our red buff.
Enemy missing middle.
think Danzavora back to purchase. We're going to go ahead and rotate left. We're going to try to hit this Greater Scorpion. The Greater Scorpion will enhance the buffs on our quadrant of the map. So if we kill this Greater Scorpion, we're going to have a stronger blue buff and a stronger speed buff. The blue buff typically gives you 10% cooldown. Whenever it is a superior blue buff, it is going to give you 20% cooldown. I imagine that the movement speed is just going to increase. Damage is just going to increase, and then the purple buff, the protections are going to increase. Or protection reduction is going to increase, and the attack speed is going to increase. Blue buff is the only one I am sure on. We're going to go ahead and pick up the Spear of Desolation. The Spear of Desolation just recently got a buff, but the old Spear of Desolation would provide 110 magical power, 10 flat magic penetration, and 10% cooldown. The new passive is whenever you get an assist on an enemy god or a kill on an enemy god, your ultimate cooldowns are reduced by 8 seconds, and then your other non-ultimate abilities are going to be reduced by 2 seconds.
Like you gotta step it up. Your left tower is under attack. That punk's out of here.
I think this is a good change on Spear of Desolation. Should make it a little bit more practical. If we can get a pick, so there's Janice, there's Sun Wukong. Not a good fight for us. We don't want to fight into 2 people. We do have our ultimate, but we do not want to be too aggressive right here. We're just going to set up a ward and go back to mid.
But not really.
So right now we have 10 flat penetration. If we take a look at our magical protections, right now we have 39. So let's go ahead and round that up to 40. We're going to get some damage. We're kind of saving our dash. We're going to go ahead and dash back to tower. If the enemy has 40 magical protections and we have 10 flat penetration, we're going to deal damage to them as if they only had 30 magical protections. We use our beads to avoid the stun. We're going to go ahead and jump out. Uller comes in. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate, and we're able to clean up the Danzavora. So since we got a kill, our 1, 2, and 3 are going to be reduced by 2 seconds, and our ultimate is going to be reduced by 8 seconds.
Enemy missing right.
You know, since our ultimate was actually activated right there, not technically on cooldown, I don't know if our ultimate got reduced. But if we would have gotten the pick with our 1 or our 3, then our ultimate would be reduced by 8 seconds. We are buying some mana potions. We probably should be buying some wards, so that's something we can improve on. We're going to go ahead and clear the wave. We do have the left harpies that we could go for. The Sun Wukong's kind of weak. There's his dash. We're going to try to rotate over.
Attack left lane. On my way.
This is costing us a little bit of gold and XP in mid lane. We're going to wait. We come out. We're going to dash on him. He uses his bird form, and we get Shablanke ulted. Probably should have waited a little bit longer for him to step up a little bit further.
Yeah, you got enemies in the middle lane.
Looks like Uller was able to clean up the wave in mid, so we didn't lose too much tower health.
Ultimate is ready.
We're just going to dash in, super aggressive. Activate our 2, throw out our 1. We're able to get some damage. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. Hit him with 2, 3, and we're able to get some good damage off. We're going to go ahead and fall back into the left jungle.
Your right tower is under attack.
We're going for the squishy character, not their guardian. We're going to jump in aggressive, get the stun or mez, and he's able to portal out straight into the Emir. And it looks like that Janice was able to get out. We're going to cast out our 2, cast out our 1, and we're able to clean up the Bologna. We also get the middle lane. We're going to dash in on the Danzavora, throw our 2 onto him. That's his ultimate. We're able to dodge it. We're going to kind of wiggle back since we're on cooldown. Athena's ulting in, but our dash was down, so we couldn't dash in aggressive even if we wanted to. Right now we're going to go work on the superior red buff. So if you notice, our 3 over the wall onto a jungle camp did not deal any damage to the jungle camp. That's because technically there's no god within the area of the jungle camp. So whenever we use our 3 on the camp, we want to make sure that we're already standing in there.
Be right back.
We have a pretty penny in the pocket, so we're going to go ahead and back, and we're going to be picking up Divine Ruin. Divine Ruin received no changes. Divine Ruin is going to provide us 90 magical power and 10 flat penetration. Enemies hit by an ability have 40% reduced healing and regeneration for 8 seconds. Now that I think about it, I think Divine Ruin did get a little bit of a nerf. I think they reduced the time that the debuff is activated for. That wasn't specified under the item changes. I think that was specified under the healing changes, which I forgot to look at before making this video. If someone on the enemy team gets Divine Ruin, we'll have to take a look above our health bar and see how long the duration is for.
Be right back. On my way.
We're going to go ahead and rotate right. Looks like there's a bit of a fight going on in the jungle. 4 people here on the enemy team.
Oh, dance moves.
We lose our Bologna. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. Right here, we make a huge mistake and we only use our damage. We should have used our taunt or our fear to push the enemies away and just provide peel for our Bologna. Or our Athena, I think it was.
So many petals. So many.
We just went straight damage. We probably should have gone with the fear. We're just going to pick up some health potions, and now we're starting to pick up some wards. Ooh, Ymir's chasing him down. He's got 4 levels on him, but Ymir seems to have it. Always one shot. We might even be able to cut him off at this point. And Ymir is able to clean it up. Right now, if we take a look at the minimap, the Raider Scorpion on the right side of the map is between the enemy red buff and the enemy purple buff. Once we destroy the one in the middle, it's going to spawn in either our side of the jungle or the enemy side of the jungle. We're going to go ahead and rotate right. There's a bit of a team fight going on. We do have our ultimate. We're just trying to provide peel. This isn't the best fight for us. We don't want to fight into 4 people. We're going to dash away, but we still get hit by the Janus too. Looks like the enemy team's going for the Gold Fury. We do have our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. We thought we could get the Bologna, and we ulted a little bit early. If we were trying to steal, we got them off, so that's not too bad. We dash in super aggressive. We cast our 1. We're able to get the pick onto the Danzaboro. Bologna's able to get the pick onto the Janus. Now that we've pushed them off, we should be able to get the Gold Fury right here. So we didn't use our ultimate to steal, but we did use our ultimate to get them off of it. Xbalanque is here. He's able to clean up 1.
On my way. Attack!
We are kind of low on mana, but I still think this is a good fight for us. We're going to use our 3, get the Mez onto him. Bologna's able to get the pick onto the Xbalanque. You can go ahead and hit this camp since we're right here, and then we're going to go ahead and back. After going into Divine Ruin, we are going to be going into Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver did receive some changes on this upcoming patch. Soul Reaver is no longer going to provide 10% penetration. They decreased the cost from 2,850 to 2,650. They also increased the maximum amount of health you can remove per ability.
We gonna mix it up here for sure.
We're gonna go ahead and try to steal this enemy red buff. We're able to get it. We're gonna go pick it up. We're gonna dash in aggressively onto this Danzabora. Oh, we missed one of the damages. I think we missed two. We don't know where we're going. We're gonna start falling back. We use our Aegis to buy us a little bit more time. We really need our dash. We dash away, or try to, but Danzabora is able to clean us up. Right there, we got really, really aggressive. We should have just been happy stealing the enemy red buff and then falling back to a safer position. Looks like our team is suffering from our aggression. I think that was a 5v3. We have two people pushing the solo lane.
On my way.
We're gonna go ahead, dash out, start trying to head to the team fight. We're gonna go ahead and clear this wave before rotating into the jungle. We do have our ultimate. Our two misses. We're gonna dash in aggressively. We're gonna go ahead and cast our ultimate. Get some hits onto the Danzabora. Gonna dash in. Get Raijin onto the Sun Wukong, activate our 1, and Ulu is able to clean up the Sun Wukong.
I won't kill you after all.
Janus is here. He knows he's in a bad spot, so he just immediately uses his ultimate.
Yeah, you got it. Yes.
We're going to go ahead and work on the Pyromancer. The Pyromancer is going to provide a buff that increases your movement speed by 40% per 15 seconds while leaving the fountain. So it'll help you get to lane a little bit quicker. We make the call to go for Fire Giant. This might be a very, very aggressive call. We're out of mana. Fire Giant's able to get Athena. Bellona comes in. We are not in a good position. We're going to use our 1, and we're able to secure the Fire Giant, but we lose 3 people to it. Probably not worth it. Bellona's still chasing. We're going to wait till we can get to this wall, and then go ahead and jump over it. We do have enough money for Soul Reaver. We're going to go ahead and back. We're going to start working on Obsidian Shard. We have 2 people pushing our tower in mid, so we'll get to Soul Reaver in just a moment.
Your middle tower is under attack.
We do have all of our abilities. We saved our dash. We're going to dash in onto the Janus. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. Avoid the taunt. We're able to clean up the Janus. Get some good damage. We're going to activate our 2-1 combo, and we're able to get the pick onto the Danzabora, getting ourselves a nice little double kill. Soul Reaver is going to provide us 95 magical power and 300 mana. Your abilities are going to deal an additional 2% of the target's maximum health as magical damage. If the target has over 2,000 health, this damage scales up. This can scale up to 9% now, maximum health at 2,750 health. Subsequent hits on the same target are going to deal half the bonus damage for the next 3 seconds. We got another team fight. Xbalanque ultimate. We're gonna go ahead and keep chasing the Xbalanque down. We got a nice grouping of 4. I think we could go for the Oni Fury right now. If you take a look at the minimap, the Oni Fury is kind of a orange or a brownish. The Primal Fury will be green, and the regular Gold Fury will be yellow. We have all 5 people here. We're able to secure it. Let's go ahead and clean up the oracles. Bologna gets a double stun. We're going to try to follow up. We're going to cast our 2-1. Raiju is connecting on multiple people. We're going to go ahead and cast our ultimate. We're aiming for the Xbalanque. We're going to go ahead and dash in. Bologna's able to clean up 1. We're able to clean up the enemy Bologna. We're going to try to avoid this Sun Wukong if we can. Janice is behind us. We're in a little bit of trouble. We do have our dash. We use our Aegis. We're going to dash away. We get some good damage onto the Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong's in trouble, and we're able to clean up the Sun Wukong. We get ulted by Janice, and he's able to clean us up. The reason we went into Divine Ruin instead of Spirit of the Magus is because the Sun Wukong has Soul Eater. So anytime we landed on an ability on him, he's going to have reduced healing. Still a bit of a fight going on. Hopefully they can clean up the Yanis, but it looks like he's able to wiggle on out of there. We're going to go ahead and pick up Obsidian Shard. Obsidian Shard is going to provide us 80 magical power, which is a buff from 70 in the previous patch, and 20% magical penetration. It has a passive that your first ability cast is going to gain an additional 10% penetration. This effect can only occur once every 10 seconds. Ooh, looks like we're going to reverse what we did and then go into the upgraded version of the Conduit gem. The upgraded version of the Conduit gem is going to provide us 100 magical power, 25 MP5. It has a passive that every second you gain a stack of Demise, causing your next ability to deal an additional 2.5% of your magical power and removing all of its stacks. This effect can stack up to 20 times.
Retreat, middle lane, help left lane. Yes. On my way.
Yeah, you got it.
Time to take action.
We're able to assist on the Sun Wukong. We get hit by Janice ultimate. 3 people got hit by Janice ultimate. We're going to go ahead and start working on the Pyromancer. So with this upgraded starter item, our next ability can deal up to an additional 50% of our magical power once we have it fully stacked. We're going to go ahead and dash in onto the Giannis. He's away from walls. It's a great time to try to engage onto him. He's able to portal on out. Our team's chasing. We're going to push this lane. We're going to fall back to the enemy tier 2 tower in mid. Bit of a team fight going on. We cast our 1. We get some good damage onto the Xbalanque. Unfortunately, we miss a decent amount of our 1 onto him. Our 2 misses. We're going to go ahead and get a little bit of poke onto the Sun Wukong, a little bit of the anti-heal. We get the Raiju onto him. We're going to dash in, get the Mez. He uses his ultimate. We do have our ultimate now. We're going to go ahead and cast our 1. We're going to use our ultimate. Janice portals right into the ultimate. Oh, and unfortunately we missed that shot onto the Sun Wukong. We're going to throw out our 2-1 combo. Taking a lot of damage. We're going to fall back. That was not a very successful push for our team. Janus is close by, so we're going to cancel our back. Try to get a little bit more distance between us and them. Now we have enough money for the Obsidian Shard. So percent penetration does have a cap, meaning that you can only build 40% magical penetration. Same with physical penetration. But with Obsidian Shard, the passive will actually allow you to go over the cap. So if we did have 40% and our first ability dealt damage, it would deal an additional 10%, bringing it to 50%. We're going to cast out our 1, cast out our 2, get some good damage. We're going to dash in aggressively onto the Danzabora. We're able to clean him up with a basic attack. Ullr's pressuring the Xbalanque. We're able to clean up the Xbalanque. We're going to go ahead, dash away, fall back. We do have our ultimate. We're going to clear the minion wave and then fall back. And Sun Wukong uses ultimate. Raiju is just a little short. We're going to dash in, get the Mez. We do have our ultimate. We're going to go ahead and cast it. Get some damage onto the Sun Wukong. And we're able to clean him up.
Attack middle lane. Bend the left lane. Attack middle lane.
We're able to get the tier 2 tower. Each structure that we destroy on the enemy team is going to provide everyone on our team a little bit of gold. Except for Phoenixes. Phoenixes just spawn fire minions.
Attack the gold fury.
Whatever we do, we should do it grouped as a team. Bologna could solo this Primal Fury, but I want our team to be grouped on this side of the map.
Group up.
Be careful.
We're going to set up some wards. Bologna is coming from behind. Ullr's pushing a wave over and right. We're going to try to move the fight over to right. We're going to clean up the minions while Bologna and Ullr work on the Phoenix. We're able to get one Phoenix. Janus uses his ultimate. We're going to go ahead and dash in. Bologna is able to get the pick onto the Danzabora. We're going to throw out our Raiju. It misses. We get our 2 onto the Sun Wukong. That's going to apply some anti-heal. The Bologna is able to get a double kill. Now we're going to rotate back to mid.
Be careful.
We get some anti-heal onto the Bologna. We're going to dash in, get the Mez. We do have our ultimate. We're just going to go ahead and cast it. Make sure we clean this up.
Nice one. Attack middle lane.
Ullr and Bologna, why are y'all running back? We can push this Phoenix. We're going to go ahead and start getting some damage. Ullr is coming in. He's going to be a majority of our structure damage right here. Minions are here, so now all of our damage is doubled onto the Phoenix. We're going to dash in. Oh no, our dash was super aggressive. We were trying to get the Mez onto the Janus. We use our Aegis, and unfortunately we go down. You do want to play aggressive with Raijin, but sometimes that aggression will get the pick onto you. So we're just going to round off our build with the Spear of the Magus. Spear of the Magus is going to provide us 110 magical power and 10 flat penetration. Whenever you damage an enemy god with an ability, you're going to mark them to take an additional 7.5% increased damage from all sources. This effect lasts for 7 seconds and can only occur once every 15 seconds. I think Spear of the Magus is a good way to round off the build, or to get the Rod of Tahuti. They added 10% magical penetration to Rod of Tahuti, making that item even stronger.
Grab your drinks and
Stand with me.
Yes.
group up.
We have 2 Phoenixes down. A great time to make a play for Fire Giant. So somebody in the stream the other day asked me, why do people always go for the right Phoenix? And I was like, well, it depends on what side of the map you're on. Because if you go for the left Phoenix on the side that we're facing, so Fire Giant side, then the enemy can be pushing up fire minions and then make a play for Fire Giant. But if you have fire minions pushing up on the opposite side of the map, they need to stay and defend, clear up the fire minions, and then it takes longer to rotate the Fire Giant. So because the Phoenix on the opposite side of the map is down, it technically is going to require them to pull one person from being able to aggress on the Fire Giant play to clean up minions in the other lane.
We're gonna mix it up here for sure.
We're going to go ahead and upgrade our relics, buy a power potion, and we're looking to close out this game.
Group up.
The right Phoenix is about to respawn. Looks like they're rotating right to try to save the Phoenix, and that Janus made it there in time. But we have a good grouping right here. We're gonna go ahead and set up a ward. If Ymir could just tank it, we should be able to push this. We're gonna cast our 2, cast out our 1, and Raiju's able to get the pick onto the Shablanque. We barely just dodged Janus ultimate, but we are able to get that left Phoenix. Minions are able to get the right Phoenix. We get some decent damage onto the Bologna.
On my way. Careful.
We're gonna go ahead and use our ultimate, just try to save the Shamir.
Checking the vibe, Ian.
We get
Here we go.
sunk through the Janus portal, arrived just in time for the Bologna slam.
Hey, wait a minute.
Attack the minions. Attack the Titan.
I feel like this was a pretty good game. I feel like we really were just trying to test out the starting items, and the minions are able to get the pick onto the Titan. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.